Hey guys, hi. I'm just drinking my morning tea, petting this cute dog. I thought I would come on here and talk to you guys about email courses. Go on, go on, go. I thought I would come on here and talk to you guys about email courses. There were some questions in the group about the different email courses. I had posted Jennifer Roskamp is having a flash sale for her email bootcamp, and I was like, I don't know if I want to post it. I always kind of go back and forth about whether or not I should like advertise courses to you guys or talk about them, because there's so much of that everywhere that a lot of times I don't always feel very called to do that. Because I just feel like, especially in the blogging space that we're in, there's so many people running around, trying to sell you things all the time, right? And I don't have any interest in being that person. But the reason I wanted to post about Jennifer's course specifically is that I took it a couple months ago and it really changed how I do my business and how I see my business. And it really had a big impact on me. So I really wanted to share it with you guys, especially because she said that she's not going to open it again for the rest of the year. So let me talk to you guys a little bit about it. Hold on. Sorry, I'm trying to drink my tea and talk to you. Just bear with me. I need a little caffeine to get my brain awake. So people were asking about comparing kind of 3 different courses. There's Jennifer Roskamp, who is email marketing and growth bootcamp. There's Jennifer Maker, who has list something. I don't remember the name of her course. You guys probably know Jennifer. She's a really, really amazing human being. I've met her at Activate. She's like a really beautiful person. And she's also like massively successful on top of that. And then Kate Dossier, who has a course called List, I think it's called List Love. But I've taken Jennifer and Kate's course. Jennifer Maker, I've only taken the free version. If you're in EBA, there's a free version of Jennifer Maker's course. So if you're not sure if you want to take it, take the free version first. Once you go through the free version, she has a coupon code for EBA that you can use to buy the whole course at a discount. And it's a really good email course, right? All of them are really good. I recommend really all of them. I feel someone was saying, they think Jennifer's course is really expensive. I think it's like $300 maybe. I've made that back many times over after taking that course. So I personally don't worry about the cost of courses anymore because I know I can make the money back. And so that doesn't really concern me. I'm not telling you guys to buy a lot of courses. I buy a lot of courses, straight up. You guys, anytime there's a launch, I've probably taken the course. So you can ask me what I think. I've taken just about everything at this point, right? Or at least if I haven't taken that exact course, I've worked with that person at some point, right? But the way I look at it is this, I've always seen, even before I was making money, I saw my blog as a business and I've always invested back into it. And one of the biggest investments that I've made that I think really, really pays off is the courses and education that I have. I've invested a lot of money in my education, to the point where I do consider myself at this point almost like an expert in internet marketing, right? I work for Lauren at Badass Business Babes. I do consulting for other internet marketing companies. I feel like I know a lot about social media, about email marketing, about marketing in general. And the reason I have that expertise is because I've invested in working with the best people I can possibly get around and taking a ton of courses and self-educating myself, right? And so that's always kind of been how I see it. And I always look at I've never been scared to invest in education. To be honest with you, I invested a lot in my undergrad. I invested a lot in my master's degree. I invest a lot in my education and my business, and I think there's a lot of different places you can invest money in your business. But to me, if you have the education, you don't necessarily have to have the other pieces. You can have the most beautiful website and invest in a web designer all day long and spend thousands of dollars investing and building this beautiful website. If you don't know how to you don't have the education to get your message out, to share your message, to reach a lot of people, it's just going to sit there, right? And you're not going to have the level of success you would have if you had taken those few $1,000s and invested it in education. Does that make sense? So, and also just keep in mind, I am like a course. Someone said like, oh, they don't collect courses. I collect courses. I've taken all of them. I'm just a sucker, right? Anytime there's a launch, I buy the course. It's just, and I take it and I do it and I implement it. And I always feel like I make the money back, like as long as it's a decent course. I think when you're looking at courses, you need to look at who's teaching them and see if they have the outcome that you want, right? So all three of these women are killing it, right? So you really can't go wrong. And to be honest with you, I would pay thousands of dollars, like really, to hear what any of them have to say about marketing, right? Because they make tens of thousands of dollars every month marketing, right? So to me, it's like that information is worth way more than the price of the courses. Like personally, that's how I see it. And I know I'm not saying to like put things on your credit card. I know you have to like pick and choose in the beginning. That's not what I'm saying. But as a business owner, especially as someone who's making money and has a profitable blog, like that's the first place I'll invest money is like, yeah, I want to hear what Jennifer Roskamp is doing. Like, yeah, I do. I want to hear what Jennifer Maker has to say about email, right? The girl has 160,000 people on her list. Like, that information that she's sharing in that course is just worth so much money to me. So that's kind of how I see it as far as like buying courses. But for you guys, for picking, how I would tell you to pick is like really like, who do you feel called to work with, right? Who speaks to you? Who do you feel aligned with? Who do you feel excited to work with? They're all massively successful. You can't go wrong with any of those courses. I've taken all of them. They're all, I think, worth the price like many, many times over. So here's kind of how I would like distinguish between them if you're trying to pick one. All right, so I would say Jennifer Roskamp is really good at marketing, and she's really good at making a small list profitable. That's kind of her, I feel like her kind of area of expertise. Now in the course, she teaches you how to make opt-ins. She talks about her opt-ins. She talks about how to grow a list. She has a lot of really good things to say about that stuff, but I feel like this course is the most valuable. Like if you have a small list and you're like, I need to make money stat, that's like the course, right? I feel like there's a lot of really good marketing stuff in there if you're trying to make your list profitable. And then Jennifer Maker, I feel like her kind of specialty is like growing a big email list, right? The girl has a massive, massive email list. She just does, right? Her freebies are like massively popular. She knows how to get people on her list, right? So if you're like, my opt-ins suck, no one wants my opt-ins, I haven't been able to make anything people want, that might be the course for you, right? And then Kate, this is my thing about courses, I will say, and Kate is the exception to this, and I'll tell you why. I do not buy courses from people who only blog about blogging. I only buy courses from people that have had success in other niches and other industries. And that is because I've taken courses from everyone. Like I've paid a pretty penny to work with, the best coaches, the best people, right? But I've found that the information from people that specialize in marketing is not as good as people that have the kind of business that I want, right? So I'm a blogger, so I'm more drawn to take courses from other bloggers that are in different niches, right? That are in, like Jennifer Roskamp has a mom blog. Jennifer Maker has a craft blog. They're not blogging about blogging. They're not business coaches first, right? They have these other successful businesses, and then they're helping people. And that makes a lot of sense to me, right? I want to do the same thing. It's like I found success, not to the extent they have, but I found success online, and I've been able to make a good living. And I want, to teach other people how to do that because I see how incredible the opportunity is. So that makes sense to me, and that's fine. The reason Kate, from what I can tell, her main business is this like kind of teaching people how to internet market. But the reason I think it makes sense for her is that she used to be a professional copywriter. She used to write copy for really big companies. Like that's what she was made to do, right? To write sales pages and email and copy on websites and to write copy for really big companies, right? So it makes sense to me for her to be teaching because she has an expertise in that area. Does that make sense? And I just love her. So like, before you work with her, she has a really good free webinar. I believe her course is closed right now. I just signed up for it. I'm in module 2. I was just listening to it while I was like brushing my teeth. I believe her course is closed right now, but when she launches it a couple times a year. So when it launches again, there'll be like a free webinar that she does, and watch the free webinar. If you like that style, if you like her kind of, she has a lot of personality. So if you like her personality, you're watching her and you find her engaging, you know, that might be a good person for you to work with. Especially, I signed up for it because I want to get better at writing, right? At copywriting. But she's also a freaking genius at like upsells, right? She's really good at having you create like a small product that will eventually make people into paying customers, right? That you'll eventually be able to sell larger products to. So she's really good at, you know, having you make a tripwire, having you make an opt-in that's related to a tripwire, she calls it like an easy yes offer, and then upselling, you know, to a bigger product, and all of it is related, and she kind of teaches you how to do that, and she's a genius at it. She's really good at it. That's kind of how if you go to her website, you'll see that she does that. She has, you know, a different freebie kind of in different categories, and then they each tie to like a low end offer, and then those low end offers upsell into a bigger offer. So if you want to do something like that, which I definitely do, I think that's so smart, right? And I want to help as many people as I can. So I'm always trying to figure out ways to get my information and my message in front of as many people as I can, right? So I feel like that just makes sense for me in my business. And I just really liked her personality. I think she's like really fun and quirky and upbeat and silly, which I really like, right? It's not like a dry, boring, like copywriting course. She's really silly and fun. So I really appreciate that. So those are kind of like the differences. But like I said, like these women are massively successful, right? They're massively successful. They're making multiple six figures. It's like, you know, you're not going to go wrong with any of those courses, right? I think it depends where you're at in your business, what your focus is. But what I would say to you is like, which one do you feel more drawn to? Like, who do you feel drawn to work with? Like, who do you feel called to learn from? And that's kind of how I pick courses, right? I take like every course, right? But if I had to pick, I would just ask myself, like, who do I feel called to learn this information from, right? And that's kind of how I would do it. Like, what do you think your business needs? And the key, I think, really is just like not getting suckered into every single launch. Like, what's the next step for you and your business? Is it email? Like, it became pretty clear to me that I needed to do something with my email list, because I had I have like, I think 37,000 people on my email list, which I think is a lot, right? So I have this email list that I basically didn't do anything with for like a long time. Like, I sent them a newsletter, but you know, I'm not like making tons of money from that email list, like pretty much at all. I feel like my email list could probably go away and my income would stay the same, if that makes sense. So I felt like that was an area where I really needed to start focusing, because people keep saying, you know, that they are able to connect with their audience and serve their audience, and they're able to make money off of their list and all this stuff. And I was always kind of like, well, I don't know, like I'm growing a list because everyone says I should, but I wasn't using it. So I am investing a lot of time and money in my email list right now. It makes sense for me in my business. Like, does it make sense for you in your business, right? That's what you have to ask yourself. So there are a lot of things you need to learn, and you need to learn all of them. Like, you do, like, you know, you need to learn Pinterest, you need to learn SEO, you need to learn social media potentially, you need to learn email marketing, you need to learn how to be a good writer, right? All of these different things. You need all of these skills, like you just do, right? And to learn those skills, you need to invest in people to teach you them. But you don't have to learn all of them at once, and there's no magic order, right? People are always like, well, what course do I take? How do I know which course to take? It's like, there's no magic order. The important thing is that you are learning and you're investing and you're teaching yourself the skills that you need to be successful, right? I really want to grow a big brand, right? I want to grow Radical Transformation Project into a big brand, and I recognize to do that, I need a massive amount of skill and expertise, right, to be able to make that happen. And so I am always taking a course, right? It's just part of my strategy. And like I said, it served me well. Like, I feel like I've made the money back from Jennifer Rosscamp's course just in the last month, like many, many times over, just from the few, you kind of pick up like a few little nuggets, I feel like, from each thing that will really help your business, right? So I picked up a few things from her that that really helped me with my email list this month. And then I feel like, you know, Kate's course is the most expensive out of all of them by far. I think it's like over $500, but I know I'll be able to make that back, right? So I don't worry about that necessarily, unless it's like $10,000 or like, you know what I mean? It's like a lot of money. Like I feel like I can make $500 back, right? That's just the level I'm at in business right now, right? So it's different for everyone. But ask yourself what's right for your business. I can't tell you like, you know, take this course, take this course, take this course. It depends like on a lot of different things. It depends on what's going good in your business. Like where are you struggling? What do you already kind of feel like you have a handle on? Where are you lacking, right? And then pay someone to help you. Like pay someone, take a course, get a coach, do what you need to do. You've got to learn those skills in the area where you're lacking if you want to be a successful business owner. Like that's just how I see it. And I know a lot of you have EBA, and EBA is a big investment, but EBA is not the end all be all, right? It's kind of gives you like a framework. And I think that course is worth the money many, many times over as well. But because I wouldn't have my business if it weren't for that course, because I'm just so distracted and such a mess. I never would have been able to sit down and I wouldn't have my business if it weren't for EBA, like 100%. Like I just know that to be true, right? So, I mean, in my mind, EBA is worth the course many, many times over. But where people get confused is they think they're going to invest in EBA and that's like going to be it. And it's not. It's like EBA is the framework, but you need to go deeper in all these different areas. And there are like, if you're in EBA, like definitely take Jennifer's course. Like don't invest, you know, if you don't need to. There's free Pinterest resources in there. There's email resources in there. You know, take advantage of being in that course and take advantage of all the freebies, right? I'm doing all the freebies in that course. Like, you know, anybody that's going to give me information, I'm going to take them up on it, especially if there's someone as successful as like Lena Gott or Jennifer Roskamp or any of those people. If there's bonuses from there, like them in there, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm going to take advantage of those bonuses. Okay, I hope that helps you guys. If you guys have questions about the courses, let me know. Like I said, that's kind of how I would break it down. I would say Jennifer Roskamp really specializes in marketing to a small list and making a small list profitable. I would say Jennifer Maker is like the queen of opt-ins and building a list and getting people on your email list. And then I would say Kate is who to go to if you want to learn how to write copy, if you want to learn about making a product line and upsells and that kinds of stuff. She's really, really genius at that. And then I just think you can't go wrong investing in any of those women because they're, you know, I think they're really good at what they do. So it's just kind of like, who do you feel called to work with, right? Who do you think should be your teacher? Who do you think you can learn the information from? Does that make sense? So, and then Jennifer Roskamp's course is in the freaking Genius Blogger Toolkit from last year, which I cannot believe that was in there, because that course to me, I know she's selling it. I think she's selling it for $300 right now. That course is worth like thousands of dollars in my mind. So for her to put it in the Genius Blogger Toolkit, I'm like, girl, like I couldn't believe that was in there. There's so much information in that course. And all of them are really in depth. Like all of them are very meaty, very big courses. It's not just like a module about email. It is like really in depth. Jennifer Roskamp's course is really in depth. Jennifer Maker's course is really in depth. And Kate's course, they all took me a really long time to do. I'm doing Kate's course right now. It's taking me forever. There's so much information in there. So for her to put all of that, like I feel like so many people in the Genius Blogger Toolkit will put like half of their course or like a workshop or a workbook, and it's great value. Like, you know, there's good information in there for sure, but she put her entire actual like giant massive email course in the Genius Blogger Toolkit. So if you got that last year, and I think it was out in October of last year, and I think they did a launch again. If you have that, go in there and get it and take that course, because it is like gold. Like it's so good. So, okay. It really, really helped me a lot. And that's why I wanted to tell you guys about it. It's not like I want to come on here and sell email courses. Like I have better things to be doing with my time, to be quite frank with you. But it transformed the way I see email. Like that course really opened my eyes to the potential of my list, and it really changed the way I view my list, and it really it made me excited. I loved her whole course is about building relationships with people, which I freaking love. You know, like I love building community and building relationships. And her course really, really focuses on that. And so it opened my eyes to so many things, and it really, really, really helped me. And so to me, I can't not tell you guys about it. Does that make sense? It's like I can't take a course and watch getting the results that I've gotten from something like that and not talk about it, right? I don't think that would be doing you guys a service. At the same time, I don't want you guys feeling like you have to buy every single course, because you don't, right? And I think buying one course at a time and doing it and finishing it is a really good strategy. And, you know, the unfortunate thing about this market is like it's so saturated and things are launching all the time. But the good thing about it is that there's so much good information for all of us. And it's, I think, relatively affordable, and it's really, really, you know, an amazing opportunity to be able to learn from someone like Jennifer Maker, you know, that makes 6 figures in a month. Like, you know, I mean, that's just such an amazing opportunity. So I don't know. I think it's like well worth the investment in any of all 3 of them. I think are amazing women. They're all successful. And it's just kind of like, who do you want to work with? Where are you at in your business? What do you want to learn? You know, and then kind of look at the courses and figure out which one offers those things, and just be aware, like, you know, they'll open again. You don't have to buy it right now. Like that, I am a sucker for that feeling of like, oh, it's a launch, I have to buy. You don't, it will launch again, right? But at the same time, it's like, I do, and this is why I bought Kate's course. I was like, I don't want to wonder, like, what if, like, if you know, and I feel like there's things in that course that my business really, really needs. And I'm not willing to leave that on the table and to miss an opportunity because I didn't want to spend $500, right? Like that I just can't do that. So that's how I end up buying all these courses, I think. But anyway, I hope this is helpful. If you guys have specific questions, you know, I'm happy to answer them. But that's really what I think, you know, and the other thing I'll say is like, I've taken a lot of other courses that I don't talk about. Like I really try to, I'm very honest and like upfront with you guys, you know, but I also don't want to badmouth anyone. Like, and I just don't think that that is good business practice. So I won't like name them. You will not hear me talking about certain courses, and you'll probably start to notice like when big launches come around, there are certain courses that I do not talk about. So just keep that in mind. It's not like I love every course I take, because I do not. There's a lot of courses. I don't feel like I'm an affiliate for that many courses compared to the amount of courses I've taken. Does that make sense? So I really want you guys to invest in your business, of course, but I want you to invest in people that I think will get you results. Does that make sense? So, you know, always look at the people that made the course. Do they have the results you want? Is their business set up kind of how you would want your business to be set up, right? That kind of stuff. So anyway, I could talk forever, I swear to God. And I haven't even had caffeine yet. I thought this was going to be like a 5-minute live stream. I feel like I've been talking forever. I got to go walk my dog. I hope you guys have a great day. If you need anything, if you have questions, let me know. Jennifer Roskamp is having a flash sale on her marketing bootcamp. So, you know, let me know if you have questions. I'm an affiliate. I would love for you to use my link. If not, that's fine too. Just let me know, you know, if you have any questions, if you're on the fence or you're not sure if it's right for you, you know, let me know and I'll tell you what I think, right? It's not right for everyone, and it's not the cure-all, right? It's not the end-all be-all for your business, right? So, okay. Anyway, oh my goodness. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later.